5 True Ghost Stories from Reddit. Our first story comes from a retail worker who had a creepy run-in on the late shift. They were doing inventory alone in a far corner of the store when suddenly the lights flickered and went out. That's when they heard it, the unmistakable sound of footsteps and hangers sliding on the racks. Their heart racing, they flicked on their phone flashlight and checked it out, but no one was there. As they started booking it to the front, they felt an ice-cold breeze blow past, sending chills down their neck. Let's just say they were more than ready to clock out after that. Next up is a blood-curdling encounter from a hiker who got more than they bargained for on a solo trek through the woods. About halfway through the hike, they started to feel like something was watching them. Every time they'd stop for water, they'd hear a twig snap or bushes rustle nearby. That's when they spotted it in the distance, a dark, shadowy figure darting between the trees. Now thoroughly creeped out, they picked up the pace, but so did the sounds of footsteps behind them, getting closer and closer. Finally they burst out of the tree line into a clearing and the noises stopped. To this day, they have no idea what was stalking them out there and they're in no hurry to find out. Picture this, you're 12 years old at a sleepover in your best friend's century-old house. You wake up in the middle of the night to get some water, but as you're heading down the creaky stairs, you see a woman in a white nightgown floating at the bottom. You blink and rub your eyes, thinking it must be a trick of the moonlight, but nope, she's still there, slowly turning her head to look right at you with these dark, hollow eyes. You rub your eyes again and she vanishes, but needless to say, you held it and didn't get that glass of water. To make it even creepier, your friend casually reveals the next day that you met their resident ghost, Annabelle. Hold on to your blankets for this next one. A hospital worker was doing the graveyard shift on a slow night. They were alone at the nurse's station catching up on paperwork when the ECG machine in a room down the hall flatlined. That's weird, they thought, that room is empty. The hair on the back of their neck stood up as they went to investigate. They walked into the dark room and their stomach dropped. In the bed was the ghostly outline of an old man who then vanished before their eyes. No one else saw it and there was no record of a patient there. Guess that ghost didn't get the memo that checkout was at noon. Alright, last but not least is a freaky tale from a kid who was convinced their imaginary friend wasn't so imaginary. They had a buddy named Toby that they'd play with for hours in their room. One night, Toby told them to unlock the window so he could come inside. Being a good friend, the kid did it, but the next morning, their parents were freaking out wanting to know why the window was wide open. When asked, the kid innocently said Toby came in through there. Yeah, definitely not your average tea party guest. So there you have it. 5 true tales of ghostly encounters that are sure to send shivers down your spine. If you have a scary encounter to share, leave it in the comments below and it might be featured in a future video. And don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons for more weekly creeps and chills.